Once, in the bustling city of Rome, there lived a young man named Marcus. He was not rich or powerful, but he had a deep love for philosophy, especially the teachings of the Stoics. Marcus dreamed of becoming a great orator, someone who could speak with wisdom and move the hearts of people. But life had other plans. One day, Marcus heard that a famous philosopher was holding a public debate in the forum. Excited, he prepared his arguments and practiced for days. He believed this was his chance to prove himself. When the day came, he stood before the crowd, his heart pounding. He spoke with passion, but the philosopher listened with a cold expression. When Marcus finished, the philosopher shook his head and said, "Your words lack depth. You are not ready." The crowd murmured, some laughing, others whispering. Marcus felt the sting of rejection like a slap. His face burned with shame, and he left the forum with his head down. For days, Marcus avoided people. He replayed the moment in his mind, feeling the pain again and again. He wondered if he should give up. But then, he remembered the words of Seneca, the great Stoic teacher. "Rejection is not the measure of your worth, but a test of your resilience." Marcus realized he had a choice. He could let this moment break him or use it to grow. He decided to act like a Stoic. First, he accepted the rejection without fighting it. He told himself, "This happened. I cannot change it, but I can choose how I respond." Instead of dwelling on the pain, he examined why he had been rejected. Had he truly prepared enough? Had he let his emotions control his words? He saw his mistakes clearly and knew what he had to improve. Next, Marcus practiced detachment. He reminded himself that the philosopher's opinion was just one perspective, not the final truth. He thought of Epictetus, who said, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Marcus realized he had judged rejection as a disaster, when in reality, it was just feedback. With this new mindset, Marcus returned to his studies. He read more, practiced speaking daily, and sought honest feedback from others. He even returned to the forum to listen, not to speak, learning from those who were wiser. Months passed, and slowly his skills grew. Then, another opportunity came. A different philosopher was holding a debate. This time, Marcus was calm. He spoke not to prove himself, but to share his thoughts honestly. When he finished, there was silence, then applause. The philosopher nodded and said, "You have grown. Your words carry weight now." Marcus smiled, not because he had won approval, but because he had conquered his fear of rejection. He understood now what the Stoics meant. Rejection is not the end, but a step on the path. It does not define you unless you let it. The lesson Marcus learned is one we all can use. When faced with rejection, first, accept it. Do not pretend it doesn't hurt, but do not let the pain control you. Second, examine it. Ask yourself, what can I learn? Is there truth in the criticism? Third, detach. Remember that one person's no does not mean you are worthless. And finally, keep moving forward. Use rejection as fuel, not as a wall. Life will always have moments of rejection, failed dreams, lost loves, missed opportunities. But like a Stoic, you can choose to see them as lessons, not defeats. The world may say no today, but you decide what that no means. Will it break you, or will it make you stronger? The choice is yours, and in that choice lies true freedom. So the next time rejection finds you, stand tall. Remember Marcus. Remember Seneca. And remember, you are not what happens to you, but how you rise after the fall. That is the Stoic way. That is the path to wisdom.